But from the very beginning, the concept of food safety by itself is not sufficient. So the very first version 1 in 2001 was a tiny standard. Okay. I mean, a few pages. I remember version 2, I mean, our general regulations, I think the whole standard and regulations were like 11 pages, you know, it was small. And I wish to some extent we could go back to that, because that was simple enough.
You're not the only person who wishes that.
I think there's many farmers out there now that say, yes. Unfortunately, through the years, you know, as you grow, and then, okay, so it was EUREP GAP, just to go back to that part. It was EUREP GAP, not Europe as in the continent, but EUREP, EUREP. And it was the European Retailer something working group. I can't even remember what it stood for. So it wasn't even for Europe per se, but EUREP GAP, Good Agricultural Practices. It was perceived as a European thing. It's by the Europeans, for the Europeans, coming to be enforced in all other countries that export to Europe. So in 2007, we realized that this name is not doing us any good. The standard is...
I remember there was even Chile GAP that started to develop at the
Right, yeah. So we can talk about Chile GAP and others like those as well. So we said, okay, now EUREP GAP gives the wrong impression. The standard, we need to call it GLOBAL.Ga.P. Wow, major shift. But it was from being European to global. And we could see a perceived change. The standard remained the same. We didn't change on the content. It was just the name of the standard that changed. And but then it was sort of more accepted.